And we are live. Welcome to NBA Live Before Lock special, potentially temporary solo edition. I don't know where Greg is. So we're working on that right now. Messages have been sent, but I'm here. So we got 28 minutes. I'm pushing us live. We're going to talk some basketball. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engelman. What's going on, y'all? We here. Knicks Celtics, game 6. We ready for this one? I am. Let me text Greg quick. You guys excited for this one? Because I know I am. Almost Made says no, Eric. Allegedly. Don't blame the messenger here. Allegedly, Greg and Eric switched shows. And Eric did baseball, and Greg is here. But as you can see, Greg is not here. I hope everything's okay with Greg. I was texting with him, seriously, not long ago. When was that? 5:54. But now we're here, and we got to talk about this slate. 25 minutes until lock. I just ran my lineups right now. I am going to filter those bad boys. Oh, who's that coming in? There he is. Greg Ehrenberg in the house, everybody. Greg, you good?
Yeah, I was eating dinner and honestly didn't see what time it was.
All good. I messaged Eric first because I didn't know you guys. And he was just like, I'm not on the show. And I was just like, oh, okay, later, man. He's like, well, is Greg not there? I was like, I don't know. I guess not.
Yeah, no, that was my bad. Time went faster than I thought it was going to be going and just didn't see the clock.
All good. Not important. I can push it live. We got you here. It's more exciting when you pop in, honestly, a little bit. It's like a big unveiling.
Yeah, a little bit of drama added here. So one thing that I don't know how much you've talked about the slate.
Nothing. Okay. You're in. Go for it. Most
important thing of the entire night. This is now 3 consecutive slates in a row that we've had to deal with an illness. We had Kristaps Porzingis, we had Jamal Murray, and now we have Kristaps Porzingis again.
Yes.
I'm 0 for 2. I've been on the wrong side of these 2 times in a row.
You and me both.
I have no clue what the hell to do with Porzingis tonight either.
I find it hard to believe that he's okay today and like it's better than it was 2 days ago. Part of me has this feeling, and I didn't talk about it this morning, and I really haven't seen anybody say it. Kristaps Porzingis revenge narrative heading into New York for game 6. I'm just saying, everybody's counting him out. This dude, unceremonious leaving of New York City. Does he come back there and just rip their hearts out and send it to game 7? I hope so, if that's where my lineups go.
He was fine 2 games ago, which also makes this really hard. He played he played like his normal minutes 2 games ago. He looked terrible last game. And then, where 10 minutes into the game and he'd played like a decent stretch, he gets pulled off the court and apparently he just wasn't able to breathe. But here's what's really tricky is that if he plays the minutes he played 2 games ago on a 1-game slate, he's probably in the winning lineup.
Yeah, I'm very happy that DraftKings didn't do anything crazy with his price for Showdown. FanDuel, you got to play him on FanDuel because he's cheap. If DraftKings would have priced him super weird, it would have been awful. Luckily, it's still $5K. We have him projected for 10.5% ownership. Like, okay, fine. You want to take that stand, that's fine. But if he were like 4,200 and 30% owned, this would be an awful experience. Now, if he beats me, he beats me.
Also, there are, I'm seeing it in chat right now too, like wild conspiracy theories based on nothing about what his health condition is. The doctors don't even know what it is, but somehow every person online knows what it is, which I also find to be kind of a funny, funny side effect of everything going on.
Oh, it's either AIDS or long COVID.
Yeah, the doctors don't know, but people with who've not looked at the medical report of him are not professional themselves. Everybody online has figured it out. The doctors haven't figured it out, though.
I'm sure they would love to know. Like,
I don't know why they haven't considered just checking Twitter.
I honestly, a couple of the football Twitter doctors have probably put this out. I mean, countless times at this point.
Yeah, Jesse Morse is probably out there right now just saying, what is all he needs to do is eat celery. If he just like ate celery or something, he would have he would have been immortal by now.
It seems it. What are you doing with him? Or do you not know yet?
I'll tell you what I wanted to do from a betting angle. This goes to show how much uncertainty there is. I wanted to bet his alt overs just because like I was his points prop was 6.5. So I was like, if he plays 20 something minutes, I was like, could I get like 15 to 1 on him to score 15 points? Books have pulled all of his props. They're not taking action on him now. It goes
Not surprising.
It goes to show how uncertain they are about his situation, because that's what I really want to do with Porzingis. I want to bet him like, whatever, 12 to 1, 15 to 1 to score, 15 real life points, which I thought was pretty well within the range of outcomes. The other part of this too, we haven't even gotten the Boston starting lineup yet.
Or the Knicks. Not that I think that one's changing. But
yeah, I mean, that one's going to be the same. The Celtics starting lineup is so much more important because I assume Porzingis starts still. Do you?
No, I think it's Kornet.
We'll say. I think it's going to be Porzingis.
I think it went too well last time out. And at this point, it's gone so poorly with Porzingis just being on the floor. Like, not even a DFS conversation. Like, for Boston, it hasn't gone well. I think it's better for them to just start Kornet now. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I have no idea. I don't like any of it.
I still think you just do what you did last game, which is Porzingis is from optimal. Porzingis is so much better than optimal Luke Kornet.
I don't know if that's true right now.
No. The best version of Porzingis is better than the best version of Luke Kornet. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying right now.
What is that though?
The guy who's good when he's healthy, if he feels good. It's an all-star level player.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. My disagreement was not coming from the same vibe. Yes, like if Kristaps Porzingis was just not sick and not injured, Kristaps Porzingis is better than Luke Kornet. Yes, 100%.
So my point is this, like, Porzingis was more or less able to play without issues 2 games ago. You just start him. If he feels shitty again, you pull him off the court. He doesn't play the rest of the game. But there's a scenario where he just goes out there, he feels fine. We saw it like, 4 days ago?
But we didn't see it 4 days ago. We saw him play 24 minutes. Negative 5.7 EPM. Holiday, White, Brown, Horford, Kornet. Zip it, Greg.
Right. There we go.
Well,
so
good news is that's what the projections are right now. It's been the assumption of Kornet.
He played 24. So now I have to feel a little bit not as great about his minutes ceiling. But, if he's coming off the bench, obviously totally changes it. I thought they would have started him. It is a little bit telling. They were willing to start him last game. They weren't willing to start him today.
Oh, Kristaps. What are we going to do with you? I'm nervous for him just because he sucks right now. Not even from a DFS perspective. Negative 3.1, -6, -2, -2, -3.5. Got a 1.7 against Orlando in the closeout. -0.5, -6. I mean, this guy has just been killing these dudes when he's on the floor, and not the good way. Maybe are they looking at like just his simple interactions with the rest of his teammates and thinking, holy shit, should we even do this?
I mean, they have no clue what the illness is. He hasn't gotten other people sick yet, or else this would have been, unless that's how Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. He caught something from Porzingis.
What a dynamic that would be.
But yeah, I mean, him coming off the bench has to change my willingness to take shots on him in GPPs.
All right. Well, I don't really have much else to change. I had the assumption of Kornet starting in the whole time, so I'm pushing it right now. Projection's going. We can run our stuff. We got 18 minutes to go.
Nobody's going to play Porzingis either. So, like, people in chat who think there's an edge to not playing Porzingis, not really. That's just what the field is doing.
Yeah, anybody using tools will likely be using Porzingis. Hand builders are probably going to run away from that bad boy. Like I bet the ownership on 150 maxers compared to non 150 maxers is pretty significantly higher on Porzingis.
But I mean, we've got him projected for what, 11% ownership?
Yeah, like I could see that being like 8 or like 6 or whatever the proportions would be, where like 150 maxers are at like 15 to 18. Because it's just so natural that we don't look at it. You know? Like we're not, it's just like if he's in there for so many people.
So who do we like that's contrarian? If we're not going to go to Kristaps Porzingis, who do we look at?
I'm not confident there is contrarian in this game. Like, I mean, I guess like, I mean, OG Anunoby is the lowest owned guy of anybody that's real at 22%, but I have a hard time calling that contrarian. And I just don't see scenarios where it's Sam Hauser or campaign. This just doesn't strike me as because of Porzingis, because of no Tatum. It just kind of feels like the guys are the guys unless this is a blowout and people play that we don't know are playing.
I think the contrarian angle is going to have to come in the captain spot. Like that's where I think it's probably easiest to get a little bit different. So like on the whole, my lineups weren't great yesterday, but I did win the mini max because I had like a couple of Christian Brown captain lineups, and one of them went off last night. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I still want to find some way that I could be different on this slate. I was hoping it was going to be Porzingis in the starting lineup. Starting lineup came out, it wasn't him. So now I'm looking through the different guys who it's like Jaylen Brown's really popular in the captain spot. Jalen Brunson's really popular in the captain spot. Luke Cornett is fairly popular in the captain spot. Like there has to be somewhere else we could find upside, or at least put us on a different kind of build in the field.
Is it just a leave salary situation? Riggs, go downstairs.
Could be.
Like, because when you start looking at these guys, like there's no... to me, I think at least there's no Julian Strother here. Like there aren't extra people that I think that are going to get broken. I mean, they're certainly not coming from the New York side. Tibbs is cracking these guys out now for the first time all season. So it would have to come from Boston. It would have to be like Hauser or Torrey Craig or Kada. And I can't justify that unless I'm telling people to just like basically punt spots.
Yeah, it's not going to be that far down. I do think guys like Drew Holiday, Pritchard in the mid-range, they're low owned. It puts you on a different build. They're guys who have upside. Maybe Mitchell Robinson just in the, like if you're fading Cat, you play lineup that is like Mitchell Robinson, the captain, and then there's no Cat, and then you're paying up for, you know, like Brown, Brunson, and mixing some other guys in as well. I think that's a possible angle.
It's just I mean, we've seen so much of this series at this point. We've got one side of this game that just is not going to be making changes. So you barely have to think about it, barring injury. Like the Knicks are just going to be the Knicks. And I think the Celtics are just so far out of dudes. Like if Sam Hauser's price was more manageable, I think that would be a different conversation. I mean, he's 3,200. Like, what are we supposed to do? He would have to play twice as many minutes as we would expect for him to be like paying off that salary because he's a terrible per minute guy. I like what you said before. I think the path is a more unique captain. Because I don't know how you get away from most of this right now.
Yeah, I mean, like you could just play the chalk. The problem that I've found on a lot of these showdown slates, like there are times that makes some sense, but there are times where I've won 50 max showdown slates coming first and lost money for the slate. So that's where it's like I don't want to be playing a full set of lineups that's, you know, like crazy chalky or anything like that, because then even if you win, you don't win. So I'm trying to figure out like what are the little, and I'm doing one more run right here because we got that fresh projections and ownership.
Yes,
and then when this is done, I'm going to see who it is that I want to boost or move around.
Do you have a thought for it? I mean, like Pritchard sitting there at 4.8 at the captain spot. Might need to refresh that. In fact, I 100% need to refresh that. Not that I think it's going to be changing all that much. 4.7. My apologies. Sign up. DraftKings pick 6, apparently. I don't even have to put that one up there. I mean, Derek White at 7.5 is kind of interesting to me. You know, you got this pack of guys at 10 and 14, like Brunson and Brown then, but I don't hate that. I mean, Al Horford can certainly set the clock back today, and it wouldn't shock me. 6,400, 7% owned at the captain. Pritchard, live. Drew, live. I mean, Bridges and Anunoby, like, because of no Tatum, with, like, there are a lot of guys today that would not surprise me to be the highest scorer on today's slate.
No,
and I think that comes back to your captain talk.
Yeah, like obviously Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson are the favorites to be the highest scorer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like outside of that, if you told me like White or Cat or Bridges or Anunoby, like we've seen big games from any of those guys individually. Any of them could certainly end up having pretty solid games. The guy, though, that I am really leaning towards the most right now is Drew Holiday at the 3% ownership in the captain spot.
Talk to me about it, because if it's me saying it at this point, it'd just be me repeating it for the past 5 games. But tell everybody else why you like Drew Holiday today.
So, I mean, the main reason is just going to be he's reasonably priced, $7K. So that's what, 10.5 in the captain spot. And then on top of it as well, you got 3% ownership in the captain spot, 34% ownership in the flex. Who are players in this game that are going to play sizable minutes that aren't really pulling ownership? There's 3 that like we know for sure of secure roles. Drew Holiday, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. So those 3 guys I all want to be overweight to the field too. Those are the 3 guys who I look at as being like, they could all play 40. Holiday less likely, but could potentially play 40 minutes if they absolutely needed it. He's also had odd situations where he's dealt with foul trouble this series. We haven't seen him play all that well either. But Anunoby and Bridges, like their minutes, barring injury or foul trouble, are ironclad.
Yes, they are. Every day we do this, I want to have more Mikal Bridges, and I don't have more Mikal Bridges. So we'll see if I have Mikal Bridges right now. I just finished my sim. I am going to just quickly add the lineups to our incredible entry manager, which makes this process super duper simple and takes 3 clicks before you can have your CSV and my lineups are in. So let's see what the damage is. Captain, the stand is Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, your favorite player, which I also think is unreasonable. I mean, you're getting Cat at a cheaper price point than Jaylen Brown and also half the ownership. Like I think that's a pretty reasonable guy to be going to get a little bit different. I mean, he's still pulling 10% ownership, so he's still the 4th most popular captain, but I mean, he's not an unreasonable guy to be overweight to.
I mean, I like to look at it like 90% of the people don't have him. And I'm willing to start from that spot. I'm also very light on Luke Cornett in the captain spot, only 3%. Totally cool with that. He's probably steamed. I mean, like, I love the spot for him. He's clearly incredibly popular as a flex play. I totally get it. I'm okay being light, and I'm guessing. Nope. I thought I was going to be light on him at the flex. No. Care to wager who my least exposed flex play is relative to the field? Give you one guess. No. Mikal Bridges. It's fucking every day. I can't get this dude no matter what. And all I want to do is play him. Oh no, I have Hauser. Apparently that's the way to get different. I mean,
I've got a couple. I've got 12% of lineups with them, so nothing significant. Do you have like a chunk of Hauser, or
what's a chunk?
25%, 30%?
30 on the dot.
Okay. Yeah, that's more Hauser than I would like to have.
It's more Hauser than I would like to have, if we're being honest. We got a super chat from Darren Unger. Let's hit this one quickly. Hit that like button, guys, if you're here. There's 1,000 of you in the door. No reason this can't be 200 likes in a half hour. We have 7.5 minutes, and we're live on playback right now, sharing OddsShopper. It'll be the game at the top of the hour. I'm going to pop in from time to time. We'll see what's going on. Depends on how the game's going, but I'm going to be up watching. FanDuel MVP, Brown with Bridges or MVP White with Hart?
All right. So Brown with Bridges. Okay. So MVP is Brown. Bridges in the lineup or MVP. I prefer the first option.
I mean, obviously the rest of this lineup is the most important part of this conversation, but I definitely prefer Brown Bridges in terms of my likelihood of success.
Yeah.
Trevor Cheeks, any chance Kata gets minutes if Zing doesn't play? I doubt it. I think they'd go to Torrey Craig before him and be extra small, depending on who's on the floor. I think they'd be more likely to go to Tillman before Kata.
Who's been, because I don't remember off the top of my head, what have some of the garbage time units been?
I mean, we've only had, one option for that?
It still matters.
Craig, Davison, Walsh, Shireman, Kata were the five guys that stepped on the floor in the last one.
To be clear, I don't think he plays, but I'll say Kata over Tillman, just because if you wanted somebody to get reps, in case they had to play, I think you'd play them in garbage time. Kata play. It's like, this is a very soft answer, but like, that's kind of all I have to go on.
Torrey Craig is the answer if you want to pick somebody from Boston. He played in the first quarter of the last game. No one else has done any of that nonsense. And unless something bad happens to Cornette or Al Horford, they don't want to put Kata out there. He's not good. And he's certainly not good enough for this. You want to try to steal a minute or two if Jalen Brunson happens to not be on the floor in this game 6? That's your only shot. Otherwise, Brunson's going to cook this dude.
I'm going to guess.
This is not the time to do that.
Either I'm not playing any of these guys either way.
Yeah.
In the
I think they'd rather be extra small. I think they'd rather have Jaylen Brown as the nominal 5 if stuff's going wrong than play Neemias Queta.
For what it's worth, Ryan's in chat, our pal Rinpack, says that the radio play-by-play guys for Boston said they think that there is a plan for Queta to play today to hack Mitchell Robinson.
If they keep doing this and putting these guys in the bonus with 8 minutes to go in the quarter, then they deserve to lose every game they play.
It is odd that Boston's game plan seems to be very centered around getting Mitchell Robinson off the court. Don't get me wrong, Mitchell Robinson is a really good defensive player, but he's not some game breaker. And they're building their entire strategies around him. It seems very bizarre to me, does it not?
I don't mind it situationally. I hate it in these situations. Jalen Brunson is one of the number 1 grifters in the world. Why in the world would you want to put yourself in a situation where you get every foul on everybody else becoming free throws?
Yeah.
I get where there's spots where you want to do that. I don't get the idea of doing it just to get these guys all the way up to the bonus so he can shoot free throws and then everybody shoots free throws for minutes on end. It makes no sense to me. So stop doing that, Joe Maz, because I've been trying to win some money with you guys for the past week and a half, and you're killing me, dude.
It's fine if they're already in the bonus. It is very weird where it's like, oh, look, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Let's put Mitchell Robinson on the free throw line by using all of our fouls right now.
They were doing it in the one game that we were watching, and I was just like, what is happening right now? What's the goal here? Because Tibbs was about to take him out and put Anunoby in, and I was like, leave him in. Put yourself in the bonus. And then he left him in and he put himself in the bonus. It's like, that's exactly don't do that. Don't do that.
It's pretty easy. You start fouling him. Like Josh said, you just leave him in until you get the fouls. Then you take him out. It's like, cool. We just advantage us.
Yeah. You're not helping anything there. Who wins?
I think the Knicks close it today. They did look shit poor last game though.
It's going to be wild tonight. Celtics win. We go to game 7.
All right.
For the record, I don't think I got a single one of these games right yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on the table. The spread's very close. It's nearly a pick'em game. So it's not like the books are looking at this as a walkover win for the Knicks or anything like that. I thought the spread. What are you looking at?
It's 3.
Yeah, it was 2.5 earlier.
Yeah,
The lines moved in favor of the Knicks.
That was my shock. I didn't know that it had moved like that. That's got to be. Is that Porzingis?
No, it moved earlier today.
Okay. Let's see. When did that move? Oh yeah, that was early.
Yeah. Plus, this is like I posted some of the betting data. Not this is like every better ever, obviously, but at least just looking at the juice reel data, both sharps and then as well as the not sharps are betting the Knicks. So like if everybody's betting the Knicks, the line's just gonna end up moving.
Arcathelza says, I guess everyone overthinking this showdown just because of Julian the other day. That wasn't even 24 full hours ago. What do you mean the other day?
Julian?
Strother, yesterday.
Oh, Strother. I'm trying to remember. What was even the lineup I had
hours ago?
What was the lineup I had that won yesterday? Was Strother in it?
Did you ship?
I won the mini max. So
okay. Yeah, I had 30-something% Strother. That didn't get me anywhere because the rest of my shit sucked.
All right. So the lineup I had, it was Brown in the captain spot. Strother wasn't even in it. It was Brown in the captain spot, and then the flex, it was Jokic, SGA, Chet, Wallace, and Jalen Williams with a Y.
Yeah, I needed that dude to make a couple more shots. I finished like 100th or something like that, but I just kept watching Jalen Williams miss and miss and miss.
Yeah, it was really just
Turns out I wasn't going to run you down anyway.
Yeah, it was got there completely by accident because I thought that Jamal Murray wasn't going to be relevant in the game. So what I did was I downgraded Murray, and then I'd given boosts in the captain spot to all of the guys who potentially benefit from Denver. So Russell Westbrook being the primary one, and then Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, and that was what did it for me. Being dead wrong on Jamal Murray was what ended up working for me.
Well, we have 15 seconds to go until Game 6 of Boston and New York. Playback.tv/Stokastic. The game will be up. I'm going to bounce in and out for you guys. Wife just got home during the middle of the show, so I'm going to go say hi. That'll take about 10-15 minutes before this game even starts. But here we are. I think we all agree that we want Game 7. Is that crazy? Unless you're a Knicks, like a specific fan for this. We want Monday, right?
For my betting, I mean, like our betting interests are different, but I have Knicks futures now because I bet the Knicks as soon as Tatum got hurt in that game. I was like, oh, Tatum's done betting the Knicks now. So no, I'm going to be rooting for the Knicks because of my bets.
Okay. I just want Game 7 because I think it'll be one of the wildest games we've seen in a very long time because it's Knicks Celtics. But first, we got to go watch Game 6. Greg, you got anything else?
No, not really. If you guys didn't do it, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back with Josh on Sunday for the for Game 7 of Nuggets Thunder, where I've been thinking about this one a little bit, and not to belabor this. There's an opportunity for Nikola Jokic to put himself in some real conversations that is like really not unrealistic at this point. Like it's gonna be really tough for them to win that Game 7, but if they end up winning a championship this year, there'll be upset people online and conversations to be had.
I hate that they got to get Minnesota after this. I think that's a tough sell for them. I mean, I love them, but like I think they're gonna run out of gas eventually, and I think that's gonna be the problem. Like the Pacers might get in there fresh as a daisy if this breaks the weird way. I think Denver might actually be the second best team, and this is just going to be like having to get OKC in the second round is going to end up kneecapping them, and Minnesota's going to be there.
Possibly. There is one thing though where I felt like Minnesota built a team last year almost specifically to beat Denver, and they were just a terrible matchup for them. And Cat killed them in that series. Like you remember the games, like Cat went nuts in Game 7. He kind of like single-handedly won that game for them. I do think Cat not being there makes the matchup much worse against Denver.
I don't want to short sell Julius Randle right now. It's been going well.
He's playing. He is playing very well.
I want to see it,
but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, might not matter. We might just watch OK dance their way to a ship. We'll find out. Game 6 coming up next. Playback.tv/Stokastic.